most experienced of the Wimbledon players. All the others, by the way, are at the other side of the ground, waving and talking to supporters. It's not because we didn't want to interview them all. We'll get to them. We'll get to them. Right, now we've been looking forward to this for a while, I can tell you. Our very special Cup Final Day feature. Jimmy Greaves meets Mike Tyson. Intrepid, fearless, that's Greavesy. On the ground, in the ring, and in the air.
Iron Mike Tyson, heavyweight champion of the world at 21 years of age, 34 fights, 30 inside the distance. At least that's what it says here. Well, I'll see you, brother. But first, let's have a look at the in-flight entertainment. See you, brother? Well, you know, only if you've got the time. I mean, I'll be passing if you just fancy a chat. You know, nice little friendly conversation. My old pal, champ, oh great one. I don't know, we've travelled 3 hours into the mountains to Catskill, because when the plane landed at New York, we couldn't find him in New York. And now I'm told he's up above a police station here. I hope he's not banged to rights, because I tell you what, I want to see you, brother. You seem to have here a lot of friends in Catskill.
Oh yeah, I started fighting here.
Yeah.
My first fight here.
But you can just walk around and nobody's...
Yeah, no, because no, it's funny, like when you're in the town, no matter how famous you are, when you're in the town and people see you every day and they knew you ever since you were 12 or 13 years old, it's really no big, they're happy to see you. They don't want to see you lose, they're happy. But it's not a big thing because they see you so often. You know what I mean?
Right.
They see you so often.
So this is why you really train here, yeah? Yeah. How important is Kevin Rooney to you as a trainer?
He was my trainer ever since I started out. You know, it's good, you know, plus we're friends. I mean, I never think about it. He just trained me and then we hang out.
You see, you seem to listen to everything that he says to you.
Yeah, because he's my trainer. That's his job.
His
job is to apply and I listen.
You don't feel now that you're champ that you know it all then?
No, can I say something? I know it all. You know what I mean? I just don't execute all of it. You know what I mean? His job is to continue, you know what I mean, the recess and the process of continue to do it, repetition, until I do it right. I know everything, but I don't do everything.
And you won 34 fights, 30 in straight knockouts, and you've beaten people like Tubbs, Pigland Thomas, Bone Crusher Smith. Who was the hardest that you fought so far?
It's so funny that you say that because after fights, you know what I mean, I used to take them so casually. You know what I mean? After it's over, I don't think about it. The fight is, I can't even recollect the fight because it's no longer in my mind.
You don't actually remember how you actually knocked people out?
It's no longer tangible. It's not, I can feel the punch and crack on the head. I always have in my mind where I'm going to strike the blow. But after the fight is over, it's just, you know what I mean, so second motion.
Is it almost when you step in the ring then, like stepping into another world?
Well, not exactly. It's just that, you know what I mean, you're nervous, but I'm very confident. I know this is my world because I've been in here 34 times and I was successful. And so I'm extremely confident against the best men in the world in my division.
Yeah.
And I slaughtered them.
Well, everything is going Tyson's way. I think Berby's come in tonight to show how brave and how tough he is. He's done that all right, but that's not enough to hang on to a title. There he goes.
There was a delay with that one. It was a peach of a punch in boxing terms. Completely gone. The legs are buckled under him there. He's really like a kid stumbling in a playpen. What a peach of a left hook that was. And he's going to do it in the sixth because he's only midway through. And this is the way he finishes him off now. The master of the finishing stuff. What a fighter. Absolute ferocious. And what a game man. Oh, what a jab, that one. That's the way to break up the opposition's concentration. And he did it there. As he hit him with that punch, I think his eyes went into separate orbits there.
You strike me as being a very kind man outside the ring. How can you change the minute you go inside it?
That's why I love it. I love fighting. You know, like, a lot of people think Cus probably thought it was crazy because, you know, the worst thing about fighting is waiting to fight. And, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's like I'm radical. I can't wait to get in the dressing room because I know it's there. I love it. I love it. I like to get in. I like to hurt when I'm in there, maim or whatever. I like to hurt.
Gus D'Amato once said to you that you had to conquer fear. How do you conquer fear?
See, fear is something you must understand. It's like, what is your name once more again?
Jim.
Jim. It's a feeling. It's like being hungry, being thirsty, having to go to the bathroom, and it's just a feeling. And being hungry, you don't panic, you know what I mean? You have to do something about the situation.
Now, I know that one of your people that you admire most is Joe Louis. Yeah. And he won the title 25 times. Would you be going to beat that record?
Well, I'm not a record person anymore. I mean, my main objective was being the youngest fighter ever to win the title. And I really believe, deep down inside, I could have won the title at 19, been the first teenage heavyweight champion.
Who would you have had to have beaten for that?
Perhaps Holmes.
Yeah. You think you could have beaten Holmes at 19?
Yes. I'm very much sure. I would have beaten Holmes at 16, but I wasn't confident enough. I didn't know, but I knew everything to beat him. You know, I knew the technique, and I knew all the punches to throw, but I just didn't have the confidence.
How is he managing it, Jim, with a countdown clock? Can he make the round or not?
Reg, I can't believe he's still standing. These punches are tremendous punches, bang on target, and he's even trying to... Oh!
Well, that's it.
You're earning a lot of money. Is the will still there each time, or does it diminish a little?
Look, see, I'm the kind of person that has no regard and no respect for money. You know what I mean? My main objective is to make sure my family is well set, which they are, and the people that I care and love about, and who were with me from the beginning is financial set. But other than that, I have no respect for money. You know what I mean? I continue to go where I normally go. I go in neighborhoods that I grew up in, and that's part of my life. It's the way I choose to live.
Who, in your opinion, having watched all that, is your favorite fighter of all time then?
My favorite fighter, not probably the greatest, but my favorite fighter?
Yeah.
I love Joe Louis.
You love Joe Louis?
Yes, I love Joe Louis.
Yeah. And who then, if you don't say that he was the greatest fighter, who do you think the greatest fighter was?
Ray Robinson.
Why do you think Ray Robinson?
Because, you know, he had everything. He wasn't only like a classic fighter. You know, everyone has him labeled as a masterful boxer, but he had determination, had the will to win. He refused to lose.
I watched your workout on that punch bag. Now, you're in enormous physique, but everything seems to spring from your legs and your stomach. Is that true?
Yeah, you know, I just punch with snap, my shoulders and my legs. And bringing the punches together with accurate and precision.
You see, you tend to me to come up under people.
No, because see, you misinterpret it, because the object of the game is like when I hit the punch, boom, boom, and then I twist it, and boom, and I'm at the side where you can't hit me. Like if you expect me to be here and you're throwing punches here, you're throwing punches here, but I'm here already, and I'm perhaps going to hit you already a couple of times. Then you're interpreting that I'm jumping in the air and I'm going like boom, but I'm not.
But you're not.
I'm punching at me, twist and bing, bing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get the point.
My motto is either you kill or be killed. I try my best to put his head right in the audience.
He's getting shot. His body's broken up on him, Jim, and it's just as well he missed him with that one.
Now, in September, you're coming over to Britain to fight Frank Bruno. And let me tell you, people in England, in Britain, love you. You're a hero in Britain, and you'll get a great welcome. Do you think you'll be able to handle Big Frank all right?
I'm sure there's nobody on this planet that can beat me. And I'm very confident of that. I'm not probably saying in a year from now, 2 years from now, I'm talking from at this moment right now. Anybody, any planet of the world, no one can beat me.
Well, Jim, you had him in trouble there. Any tips for the big man?
I had him worried at one time because when he stepped to the side and digged me, he caught me right in the ribs, and I thought I was going to go down. Now, he reckons nobody on this planet can beat him, big man. What do you think?
Only time will tell, Jim. The September the 3rd here, only time will tell.
I'll tell you what I found with him. He is exceptionally quick as an heavyweight.
Yeah, very quick. The short. He's like a sawn-off shotgun, Jim, you know?
He is.
That, I mean.
I do know what you mean, because he reminded me of like a bull terrier when he was going for that punch.
I think more of a boxer dog, Jim.
A boxer dog, do you reckon? I don't know. I'll tell you.
Bull terrier's too pretty.
I'll tell you what, Frank. He frightened me.
Yeah, right.
Because he had an aura about him and a sense of power about him that you don't often meet when you see him.
He looked frightened, Jim, when he was pulling you around. You know, you looked very frightened. You looked like you wanted to run.
I was
get
frightened.
Out the ring, yeah.
Now, how are you gonna beat him?
Well, I'm starting to prepare from yesterday. I started preparing for the fight. It's 4 months to go to September the 3rd, and we got a lot of things in mind how we're going to beat him. Not I have, Jim. But
Frank, can I just offer Frank a word of encouragement here, Jim? Because I think it's true. Well, I've got an important point to make here. You played tennis with John McEnroe, and he went downhill. You play golf with Seve Ballesteros, and he hasn't won a major since.
That's right.
Frank? I'd like him to make a prediction, because everyone that you said Bugner would win.
No, I didn't say
you did. At the time you did, at the time.
I'll make a prediction in a minute.
Nice when you get a nice suntan.
I'd like to know, though, I mean, honestly, I don't quite know how you're going to combat his awesome power. I know you're a big, strong boy yourself, Frank.
Most of the fighters that he's fought, I've not got as much skill as them. I'm not as sweet as them. They're sweet like lollipops, but they haven't got as much power as me, the fighters that he's fought.
You think you've got the strength to stand up to him?
Most definitely, Jim.
Have you got the punch to finish him off?
I think so, yeah.
Well, shall I tip Tyson then?
Yeah, you tip Tyson, Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a bet on it, yeah?
Yeah, we'll have a bet on it.
You have a bet with Terrell and I'll have a...
Okay, all right, we'll do that.
Thanks, Jim. Well done. I know you enjoyed that. It was a lovely win for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And to Frank as well. Thanks for joining us.
It's hot here,
isn't it?
Anyway,
enjoy the cup final.
No, thanks for batting in, Elton.
Well, it's all right, Jim. All the celebrities, even Greavesy, have been talking well today. After the break, we'll see if some of them can play as well. All proceeds to charity. A lot of fun. And remember this from last year.
Here comes Daley Thompson.